And that's your weather on SNS from SNSN on this Wednesday, 07/28/2021.
And here's traffic with Awesome Austin.
Well, Mike, it seems that there's a lot of traffic driving down Main Street right now. There goes a man on a trike. We got a red minivan pulling out of the Jewett City Savings Bank parking lot, turning left into the southbound lane. He has come to a complete stop despite there no traffic coming from the southbound side. There goes a blue Ford. I stand wildly corrected. There goes a black Hyundai. And that's your traffic report from right here in the office on downtown Main Street in Jewett City.
On SNSN.
On SNSN.
Oh my goodness. That's one heck of a traffic report. Nobody gets traffic like we do.
Where's the helicopter reports?
You think I got a helicopter?
You know, we might be able to help you with that.
The SNSN copter.
It's very, very possible. But anyway, we will get to the traffic, the rest of it in a minute. But let's take a brief check of sports.
With us for sports, I'm Patrick Frost. Texas and Oklahoma made a request to join the powerhouse Southeastern Conference. The day after the Big 12 schools notified the league that they would not be extending the agreement that binds conference members to 2025, the schools publicly stated for the first time they want to join the SEC. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey says his league will consider the request in the near future.
It's obviously a time of transformation in college athletics. Speaking big picturely, transformational time is an understatement.
The SEC would grow to 16 teams with the additions of Texas and Oklahoma. In the American League, New York edged Tampa Bay 4-3. Yankees outfielder Ryan Lamar put the Yanks ahead 4-2 in a solo homer in the eighth.
It was an awesome win for the team.
Toronto-Boston was rained out. They'll play 2 today. Detroit edged Minnesota 6-5 in 11 innings. Houston jumped out to an 8-2 lead to take an 8-6 win over Seattle. This is SRN Sports. Chicago White Sox have the biggest lead of the majors with a 9.5-game lead atop the AL Central. Eloy Jimenez launched a go-ahead 3-run homer in the eighth that sent the White Sox to a 5-3 win over Kansas City. Chicago manager Tony La Russa says it was great to see Jimenez hit the game winner in just his second game of the season since coming back from a torn pec muscle.
Whichever one of the guys in this great uniform had done that, we would have been fired up. And in fact, we've seen it. But you get an extra edge when you see the big fellow get his first taste of heroics.
In the National League, Buster Posey scored the tie-breaking run at a throwing error by first baseman Cody Bellinger in the eighth. The San Francisco edged L.A. 2-1. It was Milwaukee 9-0 over Pittsburgh, Washington 6, Philadelphia 4, Atlanta 12, New York 5, Cincinnati 7, Chicago 4. Interleague Finals, Texas snapped their 12-game losing streak, beginning Arizona 5-4. It was St. Louis 4-2 over Cleveland, Miami 7, Baltimore 3, Colorado 12, the L.A. Angels 3, and San Diego 7-4 over Oakland. With SRN Sports, I'm Patrick Foss.
And good morning. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It is 15 minutes after 8 with Mike Paul and Awesome Austin.
Good morning, Mike.
What's going on? Good morning, Austin. What's going on?
Nothing much.
Nothing, huh?
It's everything's pretty wild from up here in the SNSN traffic copter. There seems to not be a lot of traffic down here. It's pretty quiet in the borough this morning. Oh man.
Never mind. So Paul, how have you been? It's for some reason I feel like I haven't seen much of you lately.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, the other Paul.
I don't know.
That
Anybody
Paul.
else named Paul here? Hello, Paul.
I didn't hear you.
You have your headphones on.
Well, I was going a little muffled.
You weren't listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty much what happened there.
No, I've seen you one day.
Huh?
I've seen you one day.
Why can't I hear you? Because you're not talking into the microphone.
Yeah, I've seen you one day.
Oh, you know what? Maybe because I don't have the right one turned on.
Monday.
There we go.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Da, 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 da. I didn't have that right on. So I saw you Monday.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems like this has been a crazy week.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. Good morning to Angela, Laura, and Dave. All jumping in the room this morning. It's Wednesday.
Yeah. Supposed to be nice today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which way is up lately.
Well, I think, today's supposed to be much cooler than it was yesterday, so I think we can turn the air off.
What's that?
Get some fresh air.
You know? It will be nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be less humidity, temperature about supposed to be like 10 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. So
So you say the air conditioners can go off?
that's what.
Not the kids in my house. No. We're gonna go in. We're gonna stay in our room for 37 hours straight.
Oh no, you can.
And let's crank that air up there. But we can't leave unless we gotta pee. That's about it. That's it.
No,
We don't even want to eat dinner anymore. We just want to sit there and watch Netflix. They're taking the whole Netflix and chill thing a little too far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Netflix has got games on them now, I guess.
Oh crap! It's the end of the world as we know it.
What?
Yeah,
They do really? I didn't even know
So,
that.
I think they're going with games.
See, I don't pay attention to Netflix anymore because I haven't used it in God knows how many years.
Well, I haven't, but I watch
Is
it.
that a
once in
thing? I
while.
don't even know it's a thing anymore.
I've been watching this. I watch Discovery Plus more.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people have Discovery Plus, or they have. There's a million streaming services out there with different subscriptions, attached to it. Like we still have Netflix.
Mhm.
I don't know why, because we don't watch it. All right, Hulu.
Mhm.
I don't. We have Peacock,
Yeah.
which we enjoy. HBO Max is really good.
Yeah. Well,
There's a lot of good stuff on HBO Max, at least the stuff that stuff we like.
you get a lot of new stuff, a lot of new movies out.
Yeah. But not only that, but Melissa's got to watch Friends.
Which
We complain about kids playing games, but there she is sitting there going, Joey, Friends. So
yeah, there's a lot of good movies on HBO Max.
yeah,
a
it's
lot of new
pretty
stuff.
good. I
a lot
like
of
it.
new stuff. I mean, it's not all 2021 movies.
But then there's
Right.
Paramount,
yeah,
Disney
Paramount.
Plus.
Disney. We have Disney Plus.
I don't have Disney
Yeah.
Plus. I just have Discovery Plus.
Actually, with my new phone plan, I get Disney Plus for free, and it's not just like a trial.
Yeah.
You just get it.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So Verizon's in bed with Disney now.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So,
Everybody's in the Disney bed.
huh?
Everybody's in the Disney
I
bed.
think so too, especially Cinderella. Huss. I shouldn't say much because we're going to Disney.
That's right.
We're gonna broadcast. I'm gonna do the show live from Disney.
Are you? Wait?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
I'm gonna do the show live because I got nothing else to do.
Yes, you do.
I don't. What am I gonna do? When am I gonna have a character breakfast? Oh my god, it's freaking Chippendale. This is great. This is awesome.
Well, you'll have to just
Look, it's Donald Duck.
take your camera so you can shoot some video.
I'll have my phone with me. The thing that tracks me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the CIA can go. He's in Disney.
Move in on The Office.
What's he doing? Nothing. He's about to get onto the ride of the journey into the imagination. All right,
Well.
let it go. Let it go. Just let it go.
Well, hopefully it's not too hot.
He's going into Spaceship Earth. Move in! Move in! It's trouble.
He's going to the Epcot Center.
He's going straight to the top. That's where the ride goes, dummy. So much for improv this morning.
No.
I think I'm a little loopy today just because of the fact that my days, I don't even have control of them anymore. I don't even have control of them. So,
What's next?
well, you know that my
You should have
stepmother had
control of your bowels.
my vowels or bowels?
Bowels.
Oh,
And your vowels.
and my vowels. I wasn't sure what you said.
Bowels.
Well, as you know, 10 days ago, my stepmother had a stroke.
Yeah.
And she miraculously is doing incredibly well.
Good.
And the first thought was that she was going to go to an acute rehab facility. And I was like, okay, no problem. Then they figured, oh, no, she's doing pretty good. So now she can go to a secondary rehab. So we had a couple of places where she wanted to go.
Yeah.
Well, UMass is saying, nope, you got to go to this one,
Oh boy.
which is bullshit. And we told him. And we gave him the 3 names. See, the thing is UMass doesn't want to do the paperwork. They don't want to do the heavy lifting. They want to send her to a home where they can say, okay, you do the paperwork. Thanks for thanks for coming.
Paper's heavy.
Especially when there's a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's gonna look like the mailroom.
So I had to tell my dad. I told my dad, I said, don't let them bully you to tell you where she has to go. She's not going anywhere until you guys sign off on it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
don't get
Well,
bullied.
Can't she be, let go out of the hospital and you guys just take her where she's got to go? Or was it an issue that Medicaid won't pay for it?
I don't know that end of it. All I know is that it was almost a possibility where she was just going to get released, period, and come home.
Oh.
And she was going to go and just do like outpatient rehab.
Gotcha.
However, the physical therapist came in yesterday and said that that's not going to be the case. You know, she needs some additional rehab. So that's how it started when they told us. So yeah. She's...
Well,
And I'm just trying to support them, and get information for them.
sure.
I mean, so I don't, I don't want them to think that they have to be. Now, my dad's almost 80 years old. So, it's kind of like a high pressure car salesman, coming at you. Tony, let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give you this car here. Hey, it's going to be a good price. You know what? And Sharon, she's going to go down to this place in Uncasville. Why? Because we said so. And because they're going to do the paperwork. And you're going to love it. You're going to freaking love this place,
Your
man.
news and information source, SNSN. Hi, this is Alan Gear. You may know me as Mr. Jewett City. I want to tell you about my experience with our local eye doctor, Dr. Joel Zuckerbrun. I recently had cataract surgery, and I was told that I needed new glasses. I didn't know what to do because the problem was this was right in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. Where the heck was I going to get glasses? I checked places that make glasses. I looked online, and what I found was my solution was practically in my own backyard. So I called Dr. Z, as most people know him. His office is right on North Main Street, right here in the borough of Jewett City. I went to my appointment and had my glasses faster than I would have thought possible. Called Dr. Zuckerbrun at 376-2848. I trust Dr. Z with my eyesight, and you should too. Make an appointment today.
Hi, I'm Harry, the Tooth Fairy. Or at least I used to be the Tooth Fairy. Business was great. Then people started discovering Griswold Dental. Dr. Norman Katzoff and his staff can do things to help you keep your teeth longer. It's enough to make an old Tooth Fairy cry. Griswold Dental can do all the work in-house. Imagine a new crown in 2 hours. They even know how to make dental anxiety go away. They even have a laser that can help with your gums. Griswold Dental will make you want to smile again. They can restore, clean, and help prevent all those problems that keep me in business. Dr. Katzoff and his staff will make you feel like family. They're friendly, and you'll be comfortable. Contact Griswold Dental today and set up an appointment. 860-376-2624. 860-376-2624. Griswold Dental, 87 Slater Avenue, Jewett City. Tell them the Tooth Fairy sent you.
SNSN, your local news leader.
Paul, see, this is what happens when I get a good night's sleep.
I guess so. What the hell's in that coffee?
It's nothing. It's just coffee. I just flipping passed out last night. I was so exhausted. Lately my days have been consisting. Okay, get here in the morning, then drive up to Worcester, bring my dad up there, come back here, be back by 2 at the latest, 3 maybe, depending on where the game is going to be.
Yep.
With the All-Stars, whether it's in Mansfield or back or Windsor or wherever. So we were in Windsor yesterday, the last 2 nights, matter of fact. And by the time you get home, so it's like a 14-hour day by the time it's all said and done. And when you would get out of work and you'd get home, you can't fall asleep because you're still
you're still
wired up.
Wired up, sure.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's like. So, but last night, oh no, I was falling asleep. Period. That was it.
That happens.
Yeah,
that does happen. So, there's another game tonight, huh?
We don't know.
You don't know?
No. Listen to SNSN News at the bottom of the hour for a full description.
I didn't listen.
Brought to you by the Burns Agency in Dayville and in Norwich.
No, I didn't listen.
You'll buy better at Burns. BurnsAgency.com.
There you go.
I don't record the news just so I can sit here and tell everybody what happened in the news. And then,
I
True.
did listen to the news. I got here and I didn't listen.
Hmm.
You know, I tell you.
Paul, you got the app on your phone? I don't think you
No.
do, Paul.
Yeah, I do.
I don't
Oh,
think so
okay,
either.
good.
No, I didn't
No.
listen, unfortunately. Oh well. What can I tell you? Maybe not.
What can I tell you? Maybe, maybe not. Well, you just told us.
You're a loyal guy, Paul. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Tracy Webster. Hello, Tracy. Old friend from high school and beyond. She just wrote a very nice little note here in the comments. It says the Webster family truly appreciates all of your efforts to bring us the games. Judy Webster, her mom, and I were just commenting about how dedicated you are and how thankful we are of what you are doing. Well, I appreciate that, but I do that because I love this business and I love this town and I love the people that are here. You know, even though I can be a royal jackass sometimes, you know, or whatever, but I honestly do. I mean, and Paul, I mean, the only reason why you come in here is because you like it too.
Yeah, it's fun.
You know,
Yeah.
Austin's here for the money.
Yeah.
Am I getting paid? I'm not available. I'm not available. I'm gonna bust
Oh.
Austin's cojones today.
Yeah. Don't take
Um,
all that money and spend it in one place. Make sure you put it in a bank account.
interns
What
don't
I
get
do.
paid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, interns don't get paid? Oh, bummer.
Because he's learning.
Oh.
He's learning. He went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, which is a reputable school for many years.
Sure.
But the problem is that they're teaching what radio was like back in 1935. There was no radio in 1935, so if you get my drift. And Austin, is anything that you're learning here have anything to do with what you learned at CSB?
A couple of things, but the most of it, no.
No. Like, so what is one thing that is pretty much the same?
Microphone.
Well, it's just like, yeah, it's just a lot of like working the board, like potting up and everything and working
Mhm.
all that. That's the same.
Speaking of potting up, coming up at Paul's Pot Farm on Hill Street in Jewett City, buy one, get one free. It's legal.
Oh, boy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyway, go ahead, Austin. So
Um,
potting up means turning the volume up,
yeah.
the potentiometers.
Oh, that's what that
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha. Well, see,
Um,
we know a lot of us laymen don't know the broadcasting.
Yeah.
terms.
See, there you go. See, someday Austin, he'll get it.
someday.
So what's
But,
the other thing? If there's anything else,
It would just be like a lot of the behind the scenes work, like, recording everything beforehand, loading it into the system, building the system, stuff like that, editing, things
get
like
the
that.
payoff, man.
Yeah.
Get the payoff because you don't want to go on the air and start talking about something and all of a sudden you're dead in the water. You got to
Right.
make sure you have the payoff.
Yep.
Payoff. See,
The
payoff to
payoff.
me is
Yep.
just getting
Getting
Friday's,
paid.
getting Friday's check.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's a term.
Yeah.
It's just a term.
Yeah.
okay,
And they teach you a lot of vocabulary over there, don't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, a lot of
clean words.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
like copy. You
And
know,
I still
copy?
have the word list, the vocab sheet.
They've had that same vocab list for 40 years. I'm not kidding you. It's the same thing. Segway. Bet you that's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Copy.
I don't know if that's on there.
You know what copy is?
Are you talking like copy and paste? Like you copy something and
No.
oh,
No. If you're reading, like if let's say you're doing a dry,
a
a dry
copy
read.
of something.
No, it's
Oh,
the commercial that you're reading in front of you. It's called copy. They just call it copy.
oh.
You didn't know that?
I don't think
So if you go into a
that.
station, they go, "Hey, have you got the copy for the new Jewett City Savings Bank ad?" No, here it is. It's on the copy.
Gotcha.
Don't ask me why. I
Hmm.
don't know why, because it doesn't make any sense.
See, because I know like the phrase like Oh, hey, do you have a copy? Like, I know that. Like, do you have a copy of the news? Or,
Right,
like,
right.
I know that, but I didn't.
Nope,
I don't
it's
think they
called
taught
copy.
that.
Yep.
I don't think so. But yeah, just a lot of vocab and stuff. Like, I could. I have my binder still. I just have to. I think it's sitting over next to my nightstand.
Yeah, throw it away.
I could bring in the vocab sheet.
All right, we're going to check the news at the bottom of the hour, the local news. Just a couple things going on right now. And keep it right here. We are the Streaming News and Sports Network, SNSN.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Citing a rapid spread of the coronavirus Delta variant, the Centers for Disease Control has revised its mask-wearing guidelines, harkening back to universal masking. The CDC's director says the agency is also recommending universal masking for students, staffers, and visitors at schools in the fall. Tokyo reports 3,177 new coronavirus cases, setting an all-time high and exceeding 3,000 for the first time since the start of the Olympic Games in Tokyo. It's been a deadly chemical plant leak in LaPorte, Texas, near Houston. 2 people died, 7 others were injured. On Wall Street, stock futures remain mixed. Dow futures down 52 points. NASDAQ futures up 34. S&P futures up a fraction. More details at srnnews.com.
The 8:30 a.m. report on SNSN is brought to you by the Burns Agency. With offices in Dayville and Norwich, find out why you'll buy better at Burns.
You buy better. Better at Burns. Much better. So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Hurricane season is upon us. Did you know insurance companies can issue moratoriums that prevent you from securing coverage when there's an impending storm? Homeowners, business owners, property owners, act now. Don't let your coverage leave you out in the rain. The licensed professionals at the Burns Agency are here to help. Call, email, or chat with us online today. Don't let the next natural disaster become an insurance disaster. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Much better. Better at Burns. Much better. So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
This is a news update from the Streaming News and Sports Programming Network, SNSN. On Tuesday, Game 2 of the Juniors Little League State Tournament continued, where Jewett City needed to win to continue on against Torrington. Well, they didn't win. Well, they didn't lose either. The score was 3-3 when the skies opened up and buckets of water literally started to fall onto the earth in Windsor, Connecticut, right at the beginning of the bottom of the 7th. So what now? Today, the game will resume in the bottom of the 7th at 5:30 p.m. If Jewett City wins, we immediately start Game 3. If not, it's over and Torrington is your state champion. Join myself and John Harden today, starting at 5:30 on SNSN. On July 27th at about 3:07 in the morning, members of Plainfield Police responded to Sam's Food Mart located at 219 Main Street in Moosup after a passerby reported the front entry door was open. Upon arriving on scene, an investigation was conducted where it was determined an entry was forced and gained into the business, where numerous items were taken. Surrounding jurisdictions were notified of the burglary. Just a little bit later, while investigating the burglary at Sam's Food Mart, an officer was dispatched to the Gulf Station located at 309 Putnam Road, Warrigan, after dispatch received an alarm for a glass break at the front entry door. Upon arriving on scene, the officer observed that forced entry was attempted at the front entry door, but access wasn't gained. While conducting patrol checks of local businesses in the the Dayville, Connecticut area. A trooper from Connecticut State Police Troop D saw 3 individuals in a silver Subaru Impreza with what appeared to be ski masks on. The vehicle then fled south on I-395 and was not located. Surveillance from one of the businesses revealed that 2 males dressed in dark clothing that got into one of the businesses fled in a silver Subaru Impreza. Plainfield Police is requesting anyone with video surveillance in the area or information regarding the incident to contact Officer Jordan at 860-564-0804 or the anonymous tip line at 860-564-7065.
The 8:30 a.m. report has been brought to you by the Burns Agency. With offices in Dayville and Norwich, find out why you'll buy better at Burns.
All right, let's take a look at the weather forecast right now for Eastern Connecticut. And here is Paul Lash.
Good morning, everybody. Right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City is nice, 67 degrees. Be mostly cloudy today. A few peaks of sunshine possible. Of course, there could be a stray shower or thunderstorm possible. Highs around 75 degrees. But tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows around 58. It'd be a Thursday. Well, unfortunately, it's going to be partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming cloudy with periods of rain late in the day. Highs will be around 73 degrees. And of course, with Thursday night, scattered thunderstorms, lows near 65 degrees. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, 07/28/2021.
Local news, sports, and weather. SNSN.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello, all you wonderful people out in Radio Land.
In
And
Jewett
Facebook.
City.
And Jewett
Facebook,
City.
yeah. Just one thing about the whole Facebook / social media type thing. We put them. We share the broadcasts that we do onto different boards. However, just so you know, if you make a comment during this show and you're seeing it on Griswold Now, we don't see those comments. We don't see. That was a hearty drink there, Austin.
Could you hear that?
Oh, every gulp, yeah.
That's oh boy,
man.
Oh boy.
So I would like no, and I was like going through my notifications real quick during the news, and one of the things that I saw was Wally Oconee saying hello. But so just so you know, we like Griswold Now, we don't see them. Like if you're on any of the SNSN pages, which we hope that you would join, whether it's SNSN News, SNSN Radio, or of course our YouTube page. We can see all those comments, if you want to participate. But if you're in any of the Norwich boards or Plainfield or Sterling or any of the area, quote unquote, news boards or chat boards in those towns, we don't see those because I don't know. I don't know why. So,
wow.
But only the ones that we're connected to.
Yeah. So,
you can see us everywhere, but if you want to participate, comment through our board, just go on SNSN News or SNSN Radio, where they're I guess it's where they're natively posted is the only place we can pick up the comments from. And I don't want to miss comments. If somebody has something to say, I would rather they make sure that we can see it. Instead of them thinking that we're ignoring them.
Right.
Because that's not the case. We're just not seeing any of the comments.
Right.
Because here's the thing with social media is that everybody gets their news and information differently in different places. The problem is you can't cover every one of them. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always going to be somebody that says, well, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Right.
And no matter how many times you say, well, it's because, and I'm not even talking about just us. I mean, any news source that, you want. if you don't go to that news source, you're probably not gonna, you're not gonna get their news unless somebody, directs you to it.
Sure.
So
Right.
sometimes you gotta go to the news source because the news source is not gonna come knocking on your door, to let you know what the
true.
news is. So,
Right.
even though we try to get it out there,
Yeah.
but so you can lead a horse to water,
But you can't make him
Drink.
yeah.
smell.
You can lead a grizzled resident to the news, but you cannot make them listen to it.
That's true.
See,
There
you
That's
go.
true.
That is true.
So let's kind of dive into some good old fashioned local news.
Okay.
All right.
So Austin's saying, "Yeah, I'm 19. I love this crap."
Love the news. Well, I love local
Uh,
news.
Well,
I love this
um,
news.
we love you, baby. You're all right, man.
You're all right too, Mike.
Thanks, man.
Oh man, do I have to leave the room?
No,
Oh, okay.
man.
All right.
You know
Come
what?
on.
My friend Jay Phillips will come up once every month or so. We'll go to lunch, right? We've known each other since high school.
Yeah.
And, and when he leaves, we hug each other and we tell each other we love each other because we do. You know what? I mean, I'm not, people think, oh, you know what? He's one of my best friends and I love the guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I make sure he knows that.
Okay.
So
Good.
Well, because people have, for whatever reason, people have forgotten about platonic love. For whatever
exactly.
reason.
Like Paul, I adore you, man. I love you. I
You're like,
really
love
do.
you, brother.
You're one of my mentors. I consider you a mentor and a friend, and even though I give you lots of crap, but I listen to everything you say.
Oh.
You know that. I think you know.
I
that.
know that.
And so and for that, I mean, I do. I have great amounts of affection for you.
Oh.
So
Move on.
yeah, don't be scared. Before we get into the news, Joanne says she's wearing my new T-shirt today, and I love it. Well, I'm glad. She's got one of the new vampire shirts.
Oh,
nice.
Let's see if we can put it up there. Here's the shirt that Joanne has. Boom! The vampire capital of the New England, Jewett City, Connecticut. Sometimes we suck, sometimes we bite. That's the shirt she's talking about. And you can get that on snsnonline.com and click on store. snsnonline.com, click on store. There's actually 3 versions of this shirt and 3 different colors. So actually there's 9 options.
Wow.
For it. So you can get it in white, black, or gray. There are different vampire looking guys and whatever. Then there's this one. This one has been a big seller. Jewett City, Connecticut. It takes a village, and its village is crossed out, and it says borough. And actually, in the actual shirt, the B is capital in borough. So there you go. That is been a very, very popular shirt right there. And again, available in black, gray, and white. If you get it in white, it's white and gray. You get the black lettering. If it's in a black shirt, you get white lettering. So
nice.
But that's been a very popular shirt.
I'm glad.
Well, it's here it is. It's just, we want people to show their pride.
Right.
And where they live. There's the big carnival that's coming up with fireworks, and how great would it be if people are running around with their Jewett City shirts? Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be great.
And sometimes, isn't it true if you see somebody wearing like the same shirt you're wearing, go, hey, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's camaraderie.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
There you go. There's
camaraderie.
Where's the Grizzle shirt?
The Griswold shirt. We haven't gotten there yet, man. We're starting with Jewett City in the borough.
Okay.
All right. So that's what we're doing.
Working outwards.
Waiting for the Grizzle shirt.
Yeah. We'll get there. Mm-hmm. We're getting there, man.
There wouldn't be
comes along, it's baby steps.
There wouldn't be a borough if there wasn't Grizzle.
Yeah. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute right here on SNSN.
Gambling, tobacco, and alcohol are all legal. for adults. For those under 21, providing these things can land you in jail. It's 21 for a reason.
Coming soon, visit SiracCT.org. The new online educational resource page, 21 for a Reason, is launching. This offers tips for parents, useful facts, and a pledge you can take to protect youth from substance use.
Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. It's 21 for a reason. Find out more at SiracCT.org.
Hello, I'm Miranda Mahoney, Project Coordinator of Grizzled Pride, your drug-free community coalition. We want to help you keep your kids safe during this challenging time. Social distancing is still in effect, and so is the social host law. Reports are coming in that teens are contracting the virus at underage drinking parties. Parents, allowing underage drinking on your property could land you in jail for up to a year, plus fines. Another reason why you should not provide alcohol to our youth. For more info, go to grizzledpride.org. grizzledpride.org. grizzledpride.org.
You buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Hurricane season is upon us. Did you know insurance companies can issue moratoriums that prevent you from securing coverage when there's an impending storm? Homeowners, business owners, property owners, act now. Don't let your coverage leave you out in the rain. The licensed professionals at the Burns Agency are here to help. Call, email, or chat with us online today. Don't let the next natural disaster become an insurance disaster. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Hello, everybody. This is Austin Smith with your July 28th Spotlight in History. On this day in 1945, a B-25 bomber crashes into the 79th floor of the Empire State Building, killing 14 people. The B-25 Mitchell bomber, with 2 pilots and 1 passenger aboard, was flying from New Bedford, Massachusetts to LaGuardia Airport in New York City. As it came into the metropolitan area on that Saturday morning, the fog was particularly thick. Air traffic controllers instructed the plane to fly to Newark Airport instead. This new flight plan took the plane over Manhattan. The crew was specifically warned that the Empire State Building, the tallest building in the city at the time, was not visible. The bomber was flying relatively slowly and quite low, seeking better visibility. When it came upon the Chrysler Building in Midtown, it swerved to avoid the building, but the move sent it straight into the north side of the Empire State Building near the 79th floor, filling the upper building with flames. As always, this is Austin Smith with your Spotlight in History. For more spotlights, listen here every weekday on SNSN.
The home of Griswold Wolverine Sports, SNSN.
And don't forget, apparently, the home of Wolverine basketball, baseball, and it looks like we'll also, hopefully, putting a bid in for youth football.
Woo!
So it's a big thing. People love that stuff, and we love. We love the kids and carrying the sports and
See, I think a lot of people are fed up with professional sports.
Yeah,
I really do. I don't even think the Olympics is getting the viewing audience that it always got in the past.
No,
I don't think so.
You know? I'm not even paying attention to it.
And
to be honest,
you're
with
probably
you.
not alone. So I just think that sports in the U.S. they turned everybody off. I mean, baseball, football, basketball, they just turned everybody off. So and a lot of these guys or people are in the Olympics and nobody's watching them. You know.
So we're talking about talking about a little local news that we didn't get to. We ended up talking about shirts.
Oh yeah. Hey man,
talking about shirts. Boom.
Sure
boom.
happens.
Oh, look, it's us. Boom. You know, and who's that guy? Look at that. Now that's the best looking guy in insurance, Kevin Trahan of the Trahan Agency, Allstate Insurance.
Nice.
You see that? Look at that. Look at that handsome man right there. He's a good guy.
Award-winning smile right there.
You know what? He's been in Plainville 27 years,
really,
in business. Yeah, that's longevity in this day and age.
Yeah.
If you've made 4, you've done good.
Wow.
You know, so yep, they're in up in
up in Plainfield, up in Central Village. They're the Central Village section of Plainfield. And they've actually been, they started sponsoring Little League Baseball with us. So,
Nice.
so thanks, Kevin. You know, of course, the Jewett City Savings Bank was there. Highway Campers. Oh, nope, not Dogecoin. Advanced Automotive. Home of the Tire Queen.
True.
Get
That
your
is where
tires
she
at Advanced
resides.
Automotive. Huh?
Is it true that is where she resides?
Mm-hmm.
She lives in the shop.
Yeah. She does. She doesn't go anywhere.
Nope.
She stays right there. Grizzled Dental, of course, with Dr. K and his entire team up there on Slater Avenue. So a lot of wonderful sponsors. Grizzled Pride.
Yep.
CIRAC, which is another drug prevention organization based out of Norwich. Go to CIRAC. It's SERACCT.org. And their slogan is it's 21 for a reason. Brand Spanking Used, which is a thrift store in the Jewett City Slater Mill Mall. Valentine Lawn Solutions. And there's Somewhere in Time with our friend Joanne McCoy that you see her name right on the screen right there. She's one of the owners.
Nice.
Somewhere in Time. Furniture, coins, DVDs, glassware, electronics, and more, new and used. Give them a buzz.
And you know, Mike, you know what makes all these? You know what the other thing that makes these places all so great is?
What's that?
It's local.
They're local,
and local loves local.
Yeah, they do. And you'd hope that they would stay local, because when you feed local grows.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So
and it just makes the world go round,
It does. It does. So it's a bit of local news. There's been some people have been following this, the trials and tribulation of the building inspector in town.
Yes. Like kind of quiet now, though, isn't it?
Well, no. Picked up steam again yesterday. So there were a couple of former employees at town hall that had made some accusations against Jack Cipriano, the current building inspector. And it went to a hearing, public hearing. There were no criminal charges. It was just whether or not is he going to keep his job or not.
Yeah.
So at one time, I believe he was taken out of the building, and he was working out of another building to stay away from the individuals. And as of, then they had some other special meetings to go ahead and decide. Well, I think there was 2 special meetings that they had, and nothing was decided, because I think they were waiting for another piece of information or something to come in. Anyway, long story short, they had another special meeting yesterday.
Okay.
And it was a decision finally came down, and the Board of Selectmen have decided that Jack Cipriano will be leaving the town of Griswold as far as his employment as of Friday. So the building inspector, I guess now that's been going around, is Carl Brown.
Yeah, he's been acting.
Yeah, he's the acting building inspector. I don't know if that's going to be, if he's going to be the person going forward from, on a full-time basis.
Yep.
But Jack Cipriano is going to be, he's the town of Griswold is letting him go. So, and they were, different. You can read them on, not Griswold Now, because you ain't going to get to go out there. On Griswold-CT.org in the meeting minutes.
Gotcha.
The meeting minutes aren't published yet from yesterday, but at least they probably will be today. But
yeah, so they did let him go.
He's being let go.
Yep.
So there's a little tidbit for you.
Okay.
And it's local.
And it's local.
It's local news. Hey, look at that. It's local news.
Well,
all the folks out there.
You know, and Jack, I had talked to Jack actually, and he was talking about how he felt like he didn't do anything wrong, and he came up to you were with me, Paul. We were across the street.
Yeah, I actually don't remember. Sorry.
No, he came up to me and he said, "Well, what do you think?" And I looked at him and I said, "Jack, it doesn't matter what I think.
It's true.
It's not for me to decide,
Right.
I said, I don't really know you like that, and I know we don't. I mean, I see you come in here and we say, "Hey, how are you?" and stuff like that, but I've never worked with you. I've never worked closely with you on any job or project.
No.
So I can't tell you. And plus my opinion doesn't matter. I mean, it's like, it's not like we get on here, flip our microphones on and try to influence.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, this is what happened.
Exactly.
You make your own mind up.
And we don't know what happens.
Huh?
There's no way we're going to know what happened because between Jack and the
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
So, but it's that story is now over.
Yeah.
I don't believe there'll be an appeal. I just think the people are just going to go their own separate ways.
Well, it's probably better off that he just leaves and walks away. Yeah.
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 And it's good. It's good that you said that, Mike, because I don't think a lot of people get that, like, from reading, not
what's that?
Like reading from other places. It's like some people just excuse me, pardon me. It's. I'm glad that you said that because I know you say it all the time. Like, we're not a biased news source. We give you the base flat line.
You make your own mind up.
Exactly. We just go, hey, this is what happened,
mm-hmm.
and any little details, but nothing swinging.
The word from the list: flatline.
Flatline.
Yeah, we give you the baseline.
That's from the list of words.
I guess I don't know.
Flatline.
We give you the base, and you build it from there.
It's 8:58. We're going to take a break for news at the top of the hour. We'll be back on the other side of that, and a couple of things that I want to go ahead and talk about with you, Paul, and Austin. Jump on in as you feel necessary.
All right.
But the board of selectmen race in the town of Griswold, which is closer than we know or we realize, that is set. And we'll talk about that, who the Republican and the Democrat candidates are, in a minute, right here on SNSN.
The latest news and weather. SNSN.
I'm Lou Dobbs. Lysol sales plunge as the pandemic eases and inflation rages. Inflation is worrying executives at 3M. Wages for many jobs have doubled in 12 months. Those stories are next. If you're like me, towels just didn't seem to dry anymore. When you were in the store, they felt smooth and soft, but at home, they just didn't absorb very well. That was before Mike Lindell found the best towel company right here in the USA. Just go to MyPillow.com and enter my promo code DOBBS for deep discounts on these soft, thirsty towels that actually work. They're made with USA cotton. They come with a full 60-day money-back guarantee. A 6-piece set of these soft MyPillow products includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths in your choice of beautiful colors. Regularly $109.99. Now $39.99 when you enter my promo code DOBBS. Just go to MyPillow.com, click on the new radio listener specials, and enter my promo code DOBBS for deep discounts. Or call 800-977-9152 and tell them Lou Dobbs sent you. One of the hottest products during the China virus pandemic was Lysol. Demand was high for any of Lysol's products, including hand wipes and spray bottles. But Rickett Group, Lysol's parent company, now is struggling with slower sales for disinfectants and the impact of inflation. Sales in London plunged 9% this quarter. Another hot company during the pandemic was 3M, which was the biggest maker of N95 face masks. 3M's net income rose 16% last quarter, but executives are warning that inflation is exerting pressure on profits and is pushing delivery costs even higher. 3M recently raised prices, but that didn't offset higher costs. Search engine ZipRecruiter says wages for many posted jobs have doubled in just the past year. Please join me 3 times each weekday for my updates from the Salem Radio Network, right here on this station. This is the Lou Dobbs Financial Report.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports, and your home for local news and weather.
Broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City.
The Streaming News and Sports Network, SNSN.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Citing the rapid spread of the coronavirus Delta variant, the Centers for Disease Control revising its mask-wearing guidelines. It's back to universal masking.
Areas with substantial and high transmission, CDC recommends fully vaccinated people wear masks in public indoor settings to help prevent the spread of the Delta variant and protect others.
CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky's agency also recommends universal masking for students, staffers, and visitors to schools in the fall. Tokyo reports 3,177 new coronavirus cases, setting an all-time high, exceeding 3,000 for the first time since the start of the Olympics. At the Games, American superstar gymnast Simone Biles was pulled out of the all-around competition, while elsewhere,
the United States woman captured another 4 medals in the pool on Wednesday. Katie Ledecky, widely respected as the world's best long-distance swimmer, earned the gold in the women's 1,500-meter freestyle, which made its Olympic debut this year. Her teammate Erica Sullivan finished just behind her to grab the silver, and Americans Alex Walsh and Kate Douglas finished 2-3 to earn the silver and bronze in the 200-meter individual medley. I'm Denny Kapp.
A deadly chemical plant leak in LaPorte, Texas, near Houston.
The investigation's just starting. We don't really know much about it. We don't know how this occurred, but we do know we have injuries. We do know we have fatalities.
Harris County Fire Marshal Lori Christensen telling KTRK that 2 people died, 7 others injured. Republican Jake Ellzey has won a special election for a U.S. House seat in Texas. The election to fill the Dallas area congressional seat that was held by Ron Wright. In February, he became the first member of Congress to die after being diagnosed with COVID-19. On Wall Street, Dow futures down 40 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Excuse me, why don't you have life insurance yet?
I've got diabetes, and I know the price will be through the roof for the pre-existing condition.
Well, actually, SelectQuote makes it easy to get very affordable life insurance, even if you have a health issue.
I'm listening.
You'll get quotes from some of the country's most trusted carriers. Even with your diabetes, you can get around $250,000 in insurance for as little as $1 a day.
That would be amazing. What's it called again?
SelectQuote. Just call or go to selectquote.com to get your free quote. Get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call 1-800-694-1010 or go to selectquote.com today. That's 1-800-694-1010 or selectquote.com. SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Get full details on example policy at selectquote.com/commercials. Monthly premiums vary based on health company and other factors. Not available in all states.
More than 800 members of Kenya's Shona community granted national ID cards, allowing them access to healthcare, education, and banking services for the very first time.
People here have spoken of their delight and joy at finally being recognized with official Kenyan identity documents. The Shona community arrived in Kenya in the 1960s as Christian missionaries from Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe. But if they failed to register as citizens within 2 years of Kenyan independence in 1963, the opportunity to register never arose again. And so generations of Shona people here have existed as stateless. The ID cards presented to more than 800 Shona community members today will mean legal access to hospitals, schools, and bank accounts.
The BBC's Vivian Nunes. Russian authorities restricting access to the website of imprisoned opposition leader Alexei Navalny and dozens of sites run by his close allies. Townhall.com. It's growing medical evidence that it's never too late to quit smoking.
Cancer patients who stop using tobacco heal faster, experience fewer side effects from treatment, and lower the risk of tumors returning. New research shows lung cancer patients who stopped smoking gained nearly 2 years of life compared to those who continued to smoke. It adds to the scientific evidence that has influenced many cancer doctors to make sure their patients know the best way to quit. Counseling, nicotine patches, and pills that ease the urge to smoke help many people succeed. John Scott reporting.
President Biden will highlight American manufacturing later today. The president will visit Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley, making a stop at a Mack Trucks plant in the Allentown area. Stock futures are mixed on Wall Street this morning. Dow futures down 71 points, while NASDAQ futures 21 points higher. S&P futures 1 point in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The 9 a.m. report on the streaming news and sports network is being brought to you by Charlene's Diner, 37 Main Street, Jewett City. Family owned for almost 40 years. Order what you want, eat what you get. That's Charlene's Diner.
I love working here because of the people, and I get to work with my family every day.
Come to Charlene's Diner for the best breakfast you've ever had.
That was Brittany and Matt from Charlene's Diner on Main Street in Jewett City. There are only a few things that have been able to stand the test of time in Jewett City, and one of them just happens to be Charlene's Diner, who just celebrated their 40th anniversary in business. How do you stay in business that long in a small town like Jewett City? It's a simple recipe, really great food and friendly service. And of course, family. You'll feel like family too, because you'll always be greeted with a smile that makes you feel like you're right at home. Stop by for breakfast or lunch 7 days a week. If you don't have any time, well, that's no problem. Order ahead and your food will be waiting for you when you walk into Charlene's door. You can find Charlene's Diner on Facebook too. Stop in and join the family for breakfast or lunch today.
I'm Charlene. Come to Charlene's Diner and order what you want and eat what you get.
This is a news update from the Streaming News and Sports Programming Network, SNSN.
On Tuesday, Game 2 of the Juniors Little League State Tournament continued, where Jewett City needed to win to continue on against Torrington. Well, they didn't win. Well, they didn't lose either. The score was 3-3 when the skies opened up and buckets of water literally started to fall onto the earth in Windsor, Connecticut, right at the beginning of the bottom of the seventh. So what now? Today, the game will resume in the bottom of the seventh at 5:30 p.m. If Jewett City wins, we immediately start Game 3. If not, it's over and Torrington is your state champion. Join myself and John Harden today, starting at 5:30 on SNSN. On July 27th at about 3:07 in the morning, members of Plainfield Police responded to Sam's Food Mart located at 219 Main Street in Moosup after a passerby reported the front entry door was open. Upon arriving on scene, an investigation was conducted where it was determined an entry was forced and gained into the business, where numerous items were taken. Surrounding jurisdictions were notified of the burglary. Just a little bit later, while investigating the burglary at Sam's Food Mart, an officer was dispatched to the Gulf Station located at 309 Putnam Road, Warrigan, after dispatch received an alarm for a glass break at the front entry door. Upon arriving on scene, the officer observed that forced entry was attempted at the front entry door, but access wasn't gained. While conducting patrol checks of local businesses in the Dayville, Connecticut area, a trooper from Connecticut State Police Troop D saw 3 individuals in a silver Subaru Impreza with what appeared to be ski masks on. The vehicle then fled south on I-395 and was not located. Surveillance from one of the businesses revealed that 2 males dressed in dark clothing that got into one of the businesses fled in a silver Subaru Impreza. Plainfield Police is requesting anyone with video surveillance in the area or information regarding the incident to contact Officer Jordan at 860-564-0804 or the anonymous tip line at 860-564-7065.
The 9 a.m. report on SNSN has been brought to you by Charlene's Diner, 37 Main Street, Jewett City. Family owned for almost 40 years. Order what you want, eat what you get. That's Charlene's Diner.
Okay, let's take a look at your local forecast for Eastern Connecticut and surrounding communities with Paul Lash.
Good morning, everybody. Right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City is 68 degrees. Sunshine and clouds today mixed around, possibly a stray shower or thunderstorm possible Highs will be around 75 degrees. And for tonight, some clouds, lows around 58 degrees. And of course, we get Thursday. Well, it's going to be partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming very cloudy in the afternoon with periods of rain. Later in the day, highs will be around 73 degrees. And of course, for Thursday evening, continue to have scattered showers and thunderstorms around, lows around 65 degrees. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, 07/28/2021.
With SRN Sports, I'm Patrick Cross. Texas and Oklahoma made a request to join the powerhouse Southeastern Conference. The day after the Big 12 schools notified the league that they would not be extending an agreement that binds conference members to 2025, the schools publicly stated for the first time they want to join the SEC. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey says his league will consider the request in the near future.
It's obviously a time of transformation in college athletics. Speaking big picturely, transformational time is an understatement.
The SEC would grow to 16 teams with the additions of Texas and Oklahoma. In the American League, New York has Tampa Bay 4-3. Yankees outfielder Ryan Lamar put the Yanks ahead 4-2 in a solo homer in the eighth.
It was an awesome win for the team.
Toronto Boston was rained out. They'll play 2 today. Detroit edged Minnesota 6-5 in 11 innings. Houston jumped out to an 8-2 lead to take an 8-6 win over Seattle. This is SRN Sports. Chicago White Sox have the biggest lead of the majors with a 9.5 game lead atop the AL Central. Eloy Jimenez launched a go-ahead 3-run homer in the eighth that sent the White Sox to a 5-3 win over Kansas City. Chicago manager Tony La Russa says it was great to see Jimenez hit the game winner in just his second game of the season since coming back from a torn pec muscle.
Whichever one of the guys in this great uniform had done that, we would have been fired up. And in fact, we've seen it. But you get an extra edge when you see the big fellow get his first taste of heroics.
In the National League, Buster Posey scored the tie-breaking run at a throwing error by first baseman Cody Bellinger in the eighth as San Francisco edged LA 2-1. It was Milwaukee 9-0 over Pittsburgh, Washington 6, Philadelphia 4, Atlanta 12, New York 5, Cincinnati 7, Chicago 4. Interleague Finals, Texas snapped their 12-game losing streak, beginning Arizona 5-4. It was St. Louis 4-2 over Cleveland, Miami 7, Baltimore 3, Colorado 12, the LA Angels 3, and San Diego 7-4 over Oakland. With SRN Sports, I'm Patrick Foss.
Your news and information source, SNSN.
And good morning. Welcome back. I was just listening to the sports report, and one thing I was happy about is that I was glad the Yankees won.
What?
Yeah. Because they beat Tampa Bay.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Tampa Bay is in second place or first place, whatever. But they're the threat to the Red Sox this year. The Yankees are not a threat this year. So sorry, Yankee fans. They did. So the Yankees did beat Tampa Bay, which is good to see.
Oh,
Yep. Oh,
okay.
yeah.
All
That was
right.
good to see.
So there was a meeting behind your madness.
Yeah. And the Red Sox in Toronto got rained out, so
of course.
So they didn't get to play, but they still gained they gained a half game.
Oh, that's good
on their lead. So
that's good.
Yeah. So, all right. So, election season is not far.
No,
it is not far at all. And this is a first selectman election year.
all right.
Finally, the race has been set.
Yep.
One thing that we do know is that Jared Pico, one of the selectmen that's currently on the board, is not running.
Yeah.
Either he's not running or he's not endorsed.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
what's your theory on that? Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to Jared, so it's unfair to say.
Maybe he didn't want to be bothered.
No, I think he has a new position with the state of Connecticut, the State House.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where he's going with that. And I think he's leaving the board at this point. That's not saying he's not coming back. Now, this is only speculation because, like I said, I haven't talked to Jared. So.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense. He's got a different job, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do know that Todd Babbitt will be running for seeking re-election for a third term.
Right.
We haven't had a three-term selectman in a while.
Yeah.
Since what, Bricky?
Ricky.
And how many terms was he in?
Oh, he was there for a long time.
5, 6.
Oh yeah.
He was in there for a while.
Quite a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many was Phil Anthony in?
Probably maybe 2, maybe.
I think it was 2, and then Skolchek beat him.
Yeah.
And then Skolchek was in for 2 terms.
Yeah.
And then Babbitt came in.
Yeah. Then there was a woman. Wasn't a woman involved too, right? Wasn't she? Then we have a lady selectman. Or am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Oh.
There hasn't been a female on the board for a while.
Oh, okay.
I think other people have run.
Okay.
I think Teresa Madonna ran.
Yeah.
I don't think she won. But I think she was on the board at one time.
Oh.
So anyway, we're going to have pretty much could be a whole new look Board of Selectmen.
Yeah. Well, we no matter what, it's going to be new, only because one is not running, so it's going to be new. Somebody will be new. There'll be
somebody new.
New, correct.
But I don't know if Grabowski is running.
Yeah, we haven't heard who's on the Democrat side yet.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any. I haven't
I don't
seen
remember
anything.
seeing anything on.
Has anybody like published their lists? Like,
Yeah,
the Republicans
have.
did.
They have
Okay.
theirs. Yeah, but there hasn't been one for. I haven't seen the Democrat side yet.
Gotcha.
I don't. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Let's see here.
Pepperidge Farm knows.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
But Pepperidge Farm won't tell you. Oh boy.
All right, so the monthly meeting was held for the Board of Selectmen and for the different terms.
You need a Democrat town committee. What do they do?
Well, that would be Leona
Right,
Sharkey. So,
so they would be the ones that would do the nomination.
so let's see if I can.
Well, it's the same old people. You notice that?
Um,
Republicans, other than that, there's maybe 1 or 2 new ones, but they're all the same old people.
There are some new ones I saw on the Republican Town Committee one.
Yeah, new one for second selectman.
Huh?
A new one for second selectman.
Well, they don't really run for second selectman.
No, I know, but
It's first selectman, and then there are 2 selectmen.
correct.
And the only difference between them is how many votes they got.
Correct.
It's not like it's a difference in pay or anything.
Yeah.
And really, the Board of Selectmen itself, as a body, they all really have the same powers, except the first selectman handles a lot of the legal stuff.
Right.
Gotcha.
So what we do know is that Todd Babbitt, like I said, is running for re-election. Dana Bennett was endorsed by the Republican Town Committee for first selectman. So it'll be Babbitt Bennett 2.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago,
Yep.
Todd Babbitt defeated Dana Bennett.
Yep.
And Dana's coming back for another try.
Right.
So getting back to the Republican Town Committee and PICO, there's a new endorsed candidate by the name of Richard Matters. Now, Richard Matters is new to Griswold. He's from Franklin, I believe. And he was a first selectman in Franklin for many years. And then he moved here. And he also ran with Dana Bennett looking for the open spot on the Board of Finance.
Gotcha.
Which was eventually given to Amanda Bricky.
Right.
So you're on camera, Paul, just so you know.
I know. The only reason I did that was because the way it was done.
Okay. You don't agree with the way it was done?
No.
Okay. So Amanda Bricky is on the Board of Finance. So Richard Matters and Dana Bennett were running for Board of Finance, didn't make it. So now they're both running for first selectman and selectman.
Right.
I sent a message to Leona Sharkey just now. She's always been very kind in getting information out when asked.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she just hasn't had time right now to message back.
Yeah.
Well, we will talk about that in a bit on who just happens to be the candidates for the Democratic Town Committee, which I haven't seen posted anywhere,
I haven't seen it anywhere.
but that doesn't mean it's not there.
Right.
News and information you need for your day. SNSN.
Hi, this is Alan Gear. You may know me as Mr. Jewett City. I want to tell you about my experience with our local eye doctor, Dr. Joel Zuckerbrun. I recently had cataract surgery, and I was told that I needed new glasses. I didn't know what to do because the problem was this was right in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. Where the heck was I going to get glasses? I checked places that make glasses. I looked online, and what I found was my solution was practically in my own backyard. So I called Dr. Z, as most people know him. His office is right on North Main Street, right here in the borough of Jewett City. I went to my appointment and had my glasses faster than I would have thought possible. Call Dr. Zuckerbrun at 376-2848. I trust Dr. Z with my eyesight, and you should too. Make an appointment today.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Don't just wish for a winning deal. Make it Dish. It will make it real. Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey everyone, this is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility, where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com or ring us 860-383-4750.
Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Your news and information source, SNSN.
SNSN, standing for the Streaming News and Sports Network. We will be live from Windsor, Connecticut once again today at 5:30. Myself and Jammin' John Harden for Juniors Little League Baseball.
Oh.
That's what I think about that.
That's what I think about that, Jenny.
Jenny.
Jenny. Don't worry, Jenny. I'll take care of the baby.
What's that?
I said, I'll take care of the baby, Jenny. And then, you know what happens. We've all seen. It's Forrest Gump.
I know. I was going
We've
to call you Forrest.
All right. Well, you just said all right, and then announced. So I'm like, it's Forrest Gump, Paul.
I know it was Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump for first selectman.
Oh boy. Shrimp for all.
I'm going to win, Jenny.
Shrimp for all.
We'll have a little gumbo.
It's just like my friend Bubba taught me.
Bubba Gump. He was a nice man. All right. Getting back to this, the conversation that we had. Court Kinney just piped in and said Virginia Hottie was on the Board of Selectmen, and Ann Hatfield was first selectman.
I told you there was
after Paul Brickey.
I told you
there you go. I don't claim to sit here and know what I'm talking about.
Well, there was a plus there was an issue that she sued the town for something, if I remember right. there was a lawsuit from her regarding.
Why don't you go ahead and research that? Because I'm not going to talk about stuff I don't know.
No, I mean, I think there was a lawsuit regarding Hatfield.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was about, but I think there was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now we're just I can't find any information yet from the DTC as far as who's going to be running. We know that Dana Bennett will be running for first selectman. Richard Matters be running for selectman. There were some. Let me get into.
I mean, isn't it pretty much everybody the same? That's either in office now or. I don't think there's any really new changes on the Republican side, right?
Well, I'm gonna try to find it here.
Yeah.
Information you won't find on Grizzle Now.
You'll find it here.
Yeah.
And who knows? Who knows what you'll find out there?
Yeah.
That's why you come here.
All right, let's see if I can get some stuff here.
While he's looking, let me ask Paul, how's your day been?
I'm like, what, 7 hours into it? 4 hours into it?
Well, those are varying answers, Paul. And neither one of them are the one that I was looking for.
All right, so here we go.
Okay.
First selectman, and this is the endorsed candidates from the Republican Town Committee. Dana Bennett and Board of Selectmen Richard Matters.
He's the new one.
He's the gentleman that just moved into town not too long ago.
Right.
All right. Board of Finance, Valerie Grills, Alex Greslak, and Tom Pulaski.
Is he new?
Pulaski is new, I believe, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who he is.
Planning and Zoning, Dave Bennett. Melissa Cassidy, this is her first time running for that. Rich Wasilick, his first time running. And Jenna Rogers. And the last three are running as alternates. For the Board of Education, Mary Beth Malin, who's the current chair. Shannon Webster, who's on the board. And Jamie O'Neill Eaton, who's also on the board. So they're
existing.
They're existing.
They're going for a re-election.
Zoning Board of Appeals, Dwayne Button, Chris Chastang, Gregory Allard. This is his first time running, running as an alternate. Joe Carrigan, also as an alternate, who I do not know. I don't know the name. And Heather Edge, who I do know. And here's a twist. Town clerk.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jamie O'Neill Eaton running for town clerk.
Yeah.
This is going to be the first time in some time that
there's somebody running against
running against
town clerk.
Mrs. Budva.
Yeah.
So that will be interesting.
Yeah.
Jamie was Val's assistant. She was the assistant town clerk for many years.
Yeah.
A few years at least.
Yeah. Usually town clerks, they're usually anybody that competes against them. But yeah, this is kind of like a first.
And there's also going to be opposition to the tax collector position. Pamela Reinholtz against Leona Sharkey.
Wow.
So all of these other positions in town, which have been uncontested for many years, are now going to be contested.
Yep.
So it looks like the RTC is revving up their engine and trying to flex some muscle here.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I'm sure that a lot of the existing incumbents will be running again.
Oh, they'll be running, but it's going to be interesting because Valerie Pudva had been cross-endorsed for a long time. Same thing with Leona Sharkey, cross-endorsed.
Yeah. All depends.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it all depends.
We'll find out in November.
We'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see.
It's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be an interesting election year, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I always like an interesting election year. And we'll go a little bit further in a minute. We're going to break for headline news and local news. So back in about 3 or 4 minutes or so, we'll talk. We'll get a little more deep into the local elections, which are not that far away, folks. Time to start thinking about it. Right here on SNSN. Good morning.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Citing a rapid spread of the coronavirus Delta variant, the Centers for Disease Control has revised its mask-wearing guidelines, harkening back to universal masking. And the CDC's director says the agency is also recommending universal masking for students, staffers, and visitors at schools in the fall. Tokyo reports 3,177 new coronavirus cases, setting an all-time high and exceeding 3,000 for the first time since the start of the Olympic Games in Tokyo. It's been a deadly chemical plant leak in LaPorte, Texas, near Houston. 2 people died, 7 others were injured. On Wall Street, stock futures remain mixed. Dow futures down 52 points. NASDAQ futures up 34. S&P futures up a fraction. More details at srnnews.com.
SNSN, your local news leader.
Let's take a look at the weather forecast right now. Here he is. It's the one and only Paul Lash.
You know, right now the temperature.
You weren't ready, were you?
No. Right now the temperature downtown Jewett City is 69 degrees. But today it's going to be mostly cloudy skies. However, could be some partial clearing now. They changed their weather forecast. Well, however, there's going to be a space shower around possible this afternoon, which could be another thunderstorm, but I don't think the humidity is there. So anyway, for tonight, a few clouds, lows around 50.
Oh, just stop the commentary and give the damn weather.
You ever watch weather? Be nice sleeping weather at 58 degrees with the windows open and the air blowing on you.
Yeah, whatever. I like that though.
I do too.
I like the fan on high and just like blowing on me and like kind of like a dog putting his head out the window in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I'll do it with the dogs.
Got your tongue hanging out too?
Yeah, but it's a problem when I'm driving. You know. So.
Oh well, you don't want to do this tomorrow though.
Why?
Partly cloudy skies, and it's going to be raining in the afternoon. So you're going to get your tongue wet.
It ain't going to be anything different than yesterday standing in Windsor, Connecticut with the gates of the heavens opening up. And somebody just said, you know, pull the plug on the dam.
Right.
It was crazy yesterday.
Well, it's going to be raining tomorrow afternoon. Highs will be around 73 degrees. And of course, for tomorrow night, scattered thunderstorms around. So there'll be a little banging going on while you're sleeping, while the air's blowing on you. Temperatures will be around 65 degrees. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, 07/28/2021.
So I just saw a comment on Grizzled Now, which I don't know if I understand at all the reasoning for it. And I hope there's no real reason. But I would think you would know the answer without having to put this on social media. Does anyone know the policy for a Grizzled elementary school child that goes missing? You freaking call 911. I think that's the end of that.
Yeah, wait, huh?
What the heck is that about?
I don't have a handbook on policies. If a kid goes missing, you're calling the cops.
Yeah.
You're not looking for a handbook.
Wow.
That is. Wow, that is.
Woo.
Oh boy. That is something there.
Did Johnny go to the bathroom and didn't come back?
Wow.
Was Susie on the playground and now she's nowhere to be found? What kind of missing are we talking about? Are we talking about just up and gone? Or are we talking about somebody didn't bring back their hall pass?
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope the hell a child didn't go missing.
I hope so too.
Right, yeah.
But if a child did go missing, you call the police.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't ask on social media.
You don't go to chapter 2.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe they didn't know the number. They were asking for the number.
Huh?
Maybe they didn't know the number.
911.
Well, maybe they didn't know that.
I'd be very concerned if they didn't. Be very concerned. It's oh my god. That is-
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't think that's something you mess with. If there's a missing child, and I'm not talking about the neighborhood, because they're at Fred's house, playing Atari, with them.
Yep.
Kid's missing.
You call 911.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that
What
may
did you say?
that might be some stupid comment somebody just did for the hell of it.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
I don't think so.
Really?
I hope not. Because
I think this is a very sincere question.
Really?
that kind of stuff ain't nothing to joke about.
No, it's not. But
And we're not joking either.
No,
I
I
mean,
know
the
you're
question reads this way: does anyone know the policy for a GES child that goes missing? Yeah, you call 911. That's it. There's your policy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so wild to me that anybody's even asked that.
Yeah,
that's kind of
that is a little crazy, is it not?
Yeah. Unless they're asking like what's the school policy, but even then I'm pretty sure it's
Call 911.
Yeah, call 911.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure it's still that.
If you ask your neighbor about their child missing, yeah, they're gonna say call 911.
Yeah, exactly. They aren't gonna be like, oh well, flip to chapter 6.
Hi, did
It's
my
written
little
right there.
Freddie come down there to get milk and eggs? Yeah, call 911.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like
I mean, there's literally a parent sitting there go, my God, my kid's missing. Who do I talk to?
Right.
Oh, God. Oh, humanity.
What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
Question of the ages. Yeah. What are we gonna do?
Call Ghostbusters.
Wow.
That was good, Paul. That was good. That was definitely good. Oh boy.
So, what do you think, Paul, of the Republican lineup for various positions that have been nominated and endorsed?
Well, it definitely looks like they're got a full list of candidates for all the positions this time. So they're out. They're out to win it, just like any other candidate.
So, okay, let's see. Or I did mention the name of the lady going for the tax collector's position.
Mm-hmm.
Pamela
You did.
Reynolds.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Have to see what happens. So
that we will.
But what is this? July? The end of July now? We're almost in August.
Well,
Yeah.
Next week we're in August.
Yep.
Okay. So these candidates have 2 months to go ahead and campaign.
Yeah.
And I'll guarantee you that people aren't going to know who the hell these people are.
You're right.
Come early November. They're not going to know.
No.
Because they're going to put lawn signs up.
Yep.
And here's the thing about lawn signs. Okay, first of all, if you put one from the Republican Town Committee, guess what goes right next to it? One from the DTC. So people are checked out. So what you're asking people to do as they're driving is take your eyes off the road so you can see both signs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be interesting because I just hope that people get the facts about things that are going on, not just listen to crap.
Right.
And vote vote what they think is right, and based on facts, not based on bullshit.
Well, the problem, Paul, is that people aren't going to know the candidates.
That's true.
And that's a big problem.
Like a list that you just gave, I don't know who they are. Yeah. I know a few of them, but I don't know.
The only reason I know the name Richard Matters is because I was on the call when they were doing the the stuff with the Board of Finance.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I know.
But you're right. I don't think a lot of people in town know who these individuals are at all. I mean, have they ever served on? Have they ever served on anything else in the town? Any committees or anything? No,
I don't know.
Probably not.
You know what? And here's the funny thing: is that from what I can see and what I can ascertain, is that the one with the most experience out of this whole group is Richard Matters. And nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, because he was a selectman. Right. No, it's a good point. No. But you're right. Nobody knows who he is.
Nobody knows who he is.
Right. And who's going to know that?
Right.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, that list of names, I mean, I've been around here for a while. I mean, I get to know some people.
The only name you're going to see plastered around town from the RTC end is Bennett. That's the only name you're going to see.
Right.
Everybody else is going to good luck.
Yeah.
So, all right. We're gonna talk about the student that went missing in a bit right here on SNSN. Good morning.
Gambling, tobacco, and alcohol are all legal for adults. For those under 21, providing these things can land you in jail. It's 21 for a reason.
Coming soon, visit CIRACCT.org. The new online educational resource page, 21 for a Reason, is launching. This offers tips for parents, useful facts, and a pledge you can take to protect youth from substance use.
Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. It's 21 for a reason. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
Hello, I'm Miranda Mahoney, Project Coordinator of Grizzled Pride, your drug-free community coalition. We want to help you keep your kids safe during this challenging time. Social distancing is still in effect, and so is the social host law. Reports are coming in that teens are contracting the virus at underage drinking parties. Parents, allowing underage drinking on your property could land you in jail for up to a year, plus fines. Another reason why you should not provide alcohol to our youth. For more info, go to grizzledpride.org. grizzledpride.org. grizzledpride.org.
Hello, everybody. This is Austin Smith with your July 28th Spotlight in History. On this day in 1945, a B-25 bomber crashes into the 79th floor of the Empire State Building, killing 14 people. The B-25 Mitchell bomber, with 2 pilots and 1 passenger aboard, was flying from New Bedford, Massachusetts to LaGuardia Airport in New York City. As it came into the metropolitan area on that Saturday morning, the fog was particularly thick. Air traffic controllers instructed the plane to fly to Newark Airport instead. This new flight plan took the plane over Manhattan. The crew was specifically warned that the Empire State Building, the tallest building in the city at the time, was not visible. The bomber was flying relatively slowly and quite low, seeking better visibility. When it came upon the Chrysler Building in Midtown, it swerved to avoid the building, but the move sent it straight into the north side of the Empire State Building near the 79th floor, filling the upper building with flames. As always, this is Austin Smith with your Spotlight in History. For more spotlights, listen here every weekday on SNSN.
This is a news update from the Streaming News and Sports Programming Network, SNSN. On Tuesday, Game 2 of the Juniors Little League State Tournament continued, where Jewett City needed to win to continue on against Torrington. Well, they didn't win. Well, they didn't lose either. The score was 3-3 when the skies opened up and buckets of water literally started to fall onto the earth in Windsor, Connecticut, right at the beginning of the bottom of the 7th. So what now? Today, the game will resume in the bottom of the 7th at 5:30 p.m. If Jewett City wins, we immediately start Game 3. If not, it's over and Torrington is your state champion. Join myself and John Harden today, starting at 5:30 on SNSN. On July 27th at about 3:07 in the morning, members of Plainfield Police responded to Sam's Food Mart, located at 219 Main Street in Moosup, after a passerby reported the front
entry door was open. Upon arriving on scene, an investigation was conducted where it was determined an entry was forced and gained into the business, where numerous items were taken. Surrounding jurisdictions were notified of the burglary. Just a little bit later, while investigating the burglary at Sam's Food Mart, an officer was dispatched to the Gulf Station located at 309 Putnam Road, Warrigan, after dispatch received an alarm for a glass break at the front entry door. Upon arriving on scene, the officer observed that forced entry was attempted at the front entry door, but access wasn't gained. While conducting patrol checks of local businesses in the Dayville, Connecticut area, a trooper from Connecticut State Police Troop D saw 3 individuals in a silver Subaru Impreza with what appeared to be ski masks on. The vehicle then fled south on I-395 and was not located. Surveillance from one of the businesses revealed that 2 males dressed in dark clothing that got into one of the businesses fled in a silver Subaru Impreza. Plainfield Police is requesting anyone with video surveillance in the area or information regarding the incident to contact Officer Jordan at 860-564-0804 or the anonymous tip line at 860-564-7065.
The home of Griswold Wolverine Sports, SNSN.
All right. Good morning. Welcome back. And here's the weather forecast one more time for the morning show with the miraculous.
Miraculous. God bless you, my son.
I don't think God says God bless you. I think he just says bless you. I bless you.
Okay.
You know?
Me bless you.
Me, you, us, you know.
Right
That's
now-
all the whole thing. Oh.
Okay. Right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City is 69 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies today. Could be a stray shower or thunderstorm around possible. Highs around about 76 degrees. For tonight, a few clouds. Lows around 58 degrees. And of course, for Thursday, well, it's not going to be that good. Partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming cloudy with periods of rain late in the afternoon with highs around 73 degrees. And of course, for Thursday night, scattered thunderstorms again. Lows around 65. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, 07/28/2021.
All right. Very good. Thank you very much, Paul. So from what I understand is that a special needs child went missing yesterday.
Okay.
During the summer school program.
So this is after the fact. The question was
Yeah.
asked.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see if some information is just kind of trickling in here. So I guess one of the summer camp counselors, saw this child out there
Okay.
and brought the child back in.
Oh, that's good. That's definitely good.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's definitely good.
Let's see. All right.
So now you can understand asking the policy question.
Huh?
Now you can understand why they're asking the policy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God that the child that went missing didn't escalate further. So I guess what this person meant was the child went missing on campus and at that point was not in any danger.
Right.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
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 sense.
more sense now.
Now, yeah, that makes sense why they're asking for the policy.
Okay, yeah.
Huh?
No, that makes sense why they're asking about the policy.
Yeah.
What to
Exactly.
say.
Now that part makes sense. Now it's all coming full circle.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and this person that I'm talking to is wanting to know how I heard about it. Well, of course, you want to hear about crap in town. I mean, you go to Griswold now. You get all the fluff, man. You get all the
The filler.
the sensationalistic stuff. That people talking out there. But you get subjects and.
Well, the way the question was asked
It's completely different than what happened.
exactly,
Right.
And
it's
that's
kind of-
that's the thing that's the crap I have against Griswold now. I mean, look, folks, if you're going to put something in there that can be perceived as something very, very serious,
right.
be careful.
Right.
Be very, very careful.
because you
Exactly.
see you can see how he reacted.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's almost like you thought there was a kid missing.
Yeah.
And it didn't say special needs. It just said, "What's the policy for a missing kid?" You know, So anyway,
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
you got to be very careful with how you word stuff, especially something that could be very serious, such as that.
Exactly.
You know, that's a prime example of why phrasing and wording is so important.
Exactly. And on social media, like for example, Austin, how many times have you texted somebody and they've texted you back, and the words that you're reading seem almost combative?
Yeah.
But they're not.
Right.
It's like, no, you're not understanding what I'm saying. The tone I'm saying through text.
Right, exactly. You can't gauge the tone of conversation.
And this is exactly, I think, I'm not backpedaling on what we said.
No, he didn't.
No, of course not.
But I think maybe if the correct information was put out there, it was like half of it. It was like a half truth.
Yeah.
Welcome to Grizzle Down. Half truth for you.
Right.
Yeah. And you're completely right about that. It's like you can't gauge the tone of conversation.
you
And
can't.
that's it's just how it is. Unless you word it, unless you word it the way you want it to.
Sure.
Because then you can shift it. But even then you still don't know 100%. But something like that, it's like you left out half of everything and freaked everybody out.
Yeah, and sometimes people, I believe, will go ahead and word things, will wordsmith things.
Oh yeah, yep.
You know what I mean? To try to get a desired reaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, okay, this is what's going on. How do I deal with it?
Right. No, you're right. What you should do is when you're writing something is to write it and then make sure you read it over again and make sure what you're saying. But what a lot of people do is they'll start writing and just hit the send key.
Because people live their lives sometimes on social media in 140 characters or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like if it doesn't fit in a tweet,
right.
Guess what? You get what you get.
Exactly.
And then you can interpret what you get. But when you're talking about a child that possibly had gone missing, I don't think you want to leave any gray area. I think you want to be as descriptive and thorough as possible.
I'm sure that we're not the only ones that looked at that thing and said,
"Oh no,
we're not."
No, because there were actually some people writing little sarcastic comments on there, and I can understand because we were making sarcastic comments.
Yeah,
because of the way the question was actually written.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody says to you, seriously, a child goes, you don't know the scenario.
Right.
You just know a child went missing. What do? Well, you call 911.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But now when you find out the rest of the story, and how it happened and the parameters and where they were.
Right. Now you can understand why the question was asked. Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, why did we have to pry and wait for the rest of the story? We've already given our answers and everything.
Yeah.
But sadly, that's the way a lot of this goes nowadays.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Sadly. But the good thing is now we know when we put it out there. So
we are the truth. That's what we are here.
We're the truth.
We're the flagship for
SN Truth SN.
Yeah.
That's what it is, folks.
The flagship of the borough.
The flagship of honesty. SNSN.
George Orwell's 1984. That's us.
Yeah.
We're Big Brother.
Where Nostradamus turns for news.
Oh boy, we are the Oracle.
Here's a quote. I can't believe the honesty in their newscast. Signed, Baba Vanga. You know who Baba Vanga was?
The name sounds familiar.
Okay, she was a Russian, not a prophet, but like a soothsayer or a psychic, if you will.
Okay.
And she was blind, and she predicted a lot of things.
I was gonna say because the name sounds familiar, but I didn't.
Yeah.
How can that name sound familiar?
Because I look into these kinds of random things.
Oh, okay.
So Paul says, Paul Fair goes, well, I'm glad they found you, Mike. As if I went missing.
Yeah.
People would be like hoping for that. Well, folks, I'll be going missing next week. So just so you know, for 1 week. That's it.
Yep.
Oh, hey, what can I tell you?
Come back. You missed the parade, Mike. What parade? The Mike is gone parade.
And apparently the person who posted that post on Grizzled Now is not even associated with the parents of the child that went missing on the property.
No, good grief.
Oh,
Grizzle
fire.
Oh, where'd it go? They went down Ashland.
Yeah, they went down Ashland.
Uh-oh, look out. We could really, really start a rumor now.
Oh, boy.
God. Hey, Paul Fair, I'm talking to my friend Paul in South Carolina. Next week when I'm flying over your state, I'll wave. Hey, Paul.
There you go.
You know why the fire department went down there? Paul's pot farm's up in flames.
Oh, geez. Everybody's getting baked.
I was going to say.
In the 3-mile radius.
I was going to say, Mike, your eyes are looking a little red.
You'd be over on the other end of Taylor Hill.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what's going on?
You remember all that smoke that's been in the air?
I don't know, man. I was over here eating a chili dog, watching Cheech and Chong, and all of a sudden, poof. and then all of a sudden there was Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And we were talking about going surfing a little while. And then you got any chips? I need some chips.
I spilled spot remover on my dog.
Now he's gone. I'm gonna lean out my window for a satellite photo.
Oh man, that made me think of a good joke. Sitting there eating chili dogs, watching Cheech and Chong, and then poof, I was up in smoke.
Then you have I love the jokes by what was his name? Richard what? No. Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright. He did those jokes like, I put spot remover on my dog.
And he always said them like that.
He did like this. And
he would always be very monotone.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of his name, but I do know the comedian.
I came home from the bar one night and I couldn't find my house key, so I accidentally put my car key in the house. And the house started up. So I drove it around a while. So I got up on the highway, stopped right in the middle of the highway, went out my front door and told everyone to get the hell out of my driveway.
Yeah, it was always good. Is it bad that when you said Richard, I thought Richard Dawson?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was the wrong person. He's not a comedian. He's a host.
Why do people?
Well, he was a
host.
He was a host. And
I don't think he does it anymore because I'm pretty sure he's deceased.
On F Troop. Wasn't he on F Troop?
Why do people park in a driveway and drive in a parkway? All right, we're out of here. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us this morning right here on SNSN. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more tomfoolery and hijinks and fun. Have a good day, everyone. And check us out later on at 5:30 as we are live once again from Windsor High School, Jewett City and Torrington going for the state title. We hope to see you then. Have a good day.
I'm Lou Dobbs. Lysol sales plunge as the pandemic eases and inflation rages. Inflation is worrying executives at 3M. Wages for many jobs have doubled in 12 months. Those stories are next. If you're like me, towels just didn't seem to dry anymore. When you were in the store, they felt smooth and soft, but at home, they just didn't absorb very well. That was before Mike Lindell found the best towel company right here in the USA. Just go to MyPillow.com and enter my promo code DOBBS for deep discounts on these soft, thirsty towels that actually work. They're made with USA cotton. They come with a full 60-day money-back guarantee. A 6-piece set of these soft MyPillow products includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths in your choice of beautiful colors. Regularly $109.99. Now $39.99 when you enter my promo code DOBBS. Just go to MyPillow.com, click on the new radio listener specials, and enter my promo code DOBBS